It's Monday, April 16th. Looks like it's about 2:30 Central Standard Time, and wanted to just share a couple of quick things with you. Congratulations, a lot of you did very well on our last exam, and I hope that gives you some inspiration to carry that good work forward these last 4 weeks of the semester. And really, ladies and gentlemen, that's where we're at. We're down to about 4 weeks and a breakfast, and this silly thing we call this semester is going to be over. I did want to give you a little information regarding our threaded discussion question because it's something I wanted you to be aware of. Our question was this: why are we concerned about growth rates in countries around the world? Should we be concerned? And of course we should, for a variety of the reasons that many of you mentioned. Here's what I didn't hear, and I tried to prompt you with this discussion. Didn't really hear anybody respond to this. We look at what's going on in countries around the world for a lot of reasons. We, as you know, are becoming a global economy, and as those countries around the world grow and expand, then we believe income levels are going to elevate, and that's going to mean more opportunity for you and I, as employees of companies here, to sell our stuff to countries around the world. Why is that so important? Well, here's the deal. You know, the trade deficit last year was something like $500 billion. And that's because so many people in countries around the world do not have the income to be able to buy our things. If we can get their countries growing, get their standard of living up for the altruistic reason alone of having them live better lives, that's wonderful. But even more than that, to be able to buy our things, maybe we can notch that trade deficit back a little bit. That's going to be increased job security for you, all the good kinds of things that go on. Now, here's the deal. We're taking a macroeconomics class. Two of the big things that we talk about are fiscal policy and monetary policy. So if we look at countries around the world and we see them growing substantially year after year after year, we can think that maybe the fiscal policy they've implemented is working. Maybe the monetary policy they've implemented is working. That's a good thing. What do you give a ruddy rat's rump about that? Well, maybe here in the United States, we can look at their fiscal and monetary policies and copy what they're doing. If it's working for them, maybe we can implement some of those ideas here, and that can help you in your day-to-day life. Now, here's the other deal. If we look at those economies and they're stinking up the place, then we want to avoid what they're doing like the plague. Obviously, it's not working for them. Jobs aren't growing. People's lives aren't being positively influenced. We got to figure out what they're doing and stay away from it. So economic growth gives us some kind of indication as to whether or not the strategies we're implementing through fiscal policy, government policy on spending and taxing, and monetary policy, government policy on money and credit, if those things are making a positive difference for the people within their borders. Last quick little bit. I hope you enjoy the next couple of discussions that we're going to have as we start looking more in depth at world trade and the fact that we've become this global marketplace. We've known that for years and years and years. Good and bad associated with that. I hope you have some fun with the discussions that are coming up. That leads me to what you're going to see in Unit 8 that you can begin looking at and addressing now. Some of you have spoken with me about your grades and talked about what it might take to get to that next level, whatever your particular level is. One of the big things you can do is complete that extra credit assignment that's in Unit 8. Now, here's the deal. This is an easy 15 points, ladies and gentlemen. Don't pass up this easy 15 points. This is Merry Christmas in April. If you're not picking up these 15 points, then I am going to be so sad for you when you come to me and say, Greg, what can I do now to raise my grade? I'm going to say, sorry, you missed the easiest 15 points there ever was in the world. All I'm asking you to do is read a very brief article that relates to macroeconomics. Give me a quick summary of that article. Tell me what you believe it means to us here and in countries around the world. And you ought to be able to knock that thing out in like 3 seconds. I don't know. Maybe it'll take you 5 seconds because you've got a long name. Don't miss it. It's an easy 15 points. Now, it's due Thursday, May 10th by midnight. But you can do it this week. Get your 15 points submitted, get it done, and pad your grade a little bit. Get that out of the way. Take a look at that. If you have questions, you're welcome to give me a call. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, keep up the good work, and I hope you enjoy the next couple of discussions that we have.